Section, I want to discuss about taxes and how to calculate them. We do have a calculator online that can help you estimate how much you have to pay in tax. That is one way of figuring out, and then you can do your own filing. And the second way would be to have an accountant who can do all the calculations for you. So let's go over a few things you need to take into consideration and be aware of when calculating your taxes. As you can see here, there's the monthly rental income, monthly allowable expenses, and the annual income from your job. And I'm going to explain to you how that matters. Your monthly allowable expenses, I have a list here of the things that are allowable. So basically they're tax deductible from your rent. And these can be the water rates, council rates, the gas, electricity, lettings agents fees, accountant fees, ground rent, stationery and advertising for tenants. The list is a bit longer. It's more detailed. If you want to read more about these allowable expenses, you can go to which.co.uk. If you click on this link, it's going to take you straight to that website. The tax bands are for this annual income, so your annual income has an effect on this. So your personal allowance is £12,500, and if you make that much money, you don't have to pay tax. But for example, if your rental amount is on top of this, then it's going to be taxed at 20%. But if your income is, for example, £50,000, then everything you make above £50,000 will be charged at 40%. So that's how this calculator works. Basically, I've put this information here just so you can understand how this calculator works. These are the tax bands in the UK, and depending on this, you can pay different amounts of tax. Two landlords that have the same rental income would pay different amount of tax based on how much money they make from their other jobs, so it's quite tricky. From 2019 to 2020, this is the last year where you are allowed to deduct the monthly mortgage interest, and in 2019 to 2020 you were allowed to deduct 25% of the mortgage interest. And here's a little table for you to figure out how much you can deduct. So you were able to deduct from your taxes in 2017 to 2018 75% of your mortgage interest. And then the following year, the government lowered it to 50%, so only 50% of your mortgage interest was deductible. That's why the website has two different calculators, because right now we would be using this calculator that actually allows you to deduct 25% of your mortgage interest, and then from next year on you're going to use the calculator from 2020 to 2021 and everything after that. So that's why we needed two calculators. And if you don't understand these things, don't worry. It's not a big problem. All you need to do is put the numbers in the calculator and it's going to do all the work for you. Because I've tested it and it works really well. The only thing I want you to pay attention to is that this calculator doesn't seem to work with decimal points. If your monthly rent is 2,500 and you have 300 allowable expenses and another 200 mortgage interest, and let's just say you make £30,000 a year, then see right now it says 0, and then you press calculate tax and it's 6,320 per year. So that's how much you have to pay in tax. And as you see here, I didn't put any commas, any dots, nothing. So normally when we write this number, we would have like a little comma here. It doesn't even allow me to press the comma on the keyboard. But if I put a dot, and if I put a dot here, look what happens. Nothing. It says the value is invalid. So you just have to not put decimals and commas. So other than that, it works really well. And in this part of the calculator, you don't even have the monthly mortgage interest anymore because it's not deductible anymore. So you just have the three things that actually matter. So you have, let's just say 300 here. No, hold on, 2,500 here. Then you have 300 here and another 200 here. No, this would be £30,000, and here the tax that you have to pay for a property if you make £30,000 on your job is 6,500. And if I leave the rental amount the same, but I put 50,000 here, your rental income, after you deduct your allowable expenses, your rental income is going to be taxed at 40% rate. Look at this number. Yeah, I know that's a lot of money to pay in tax. But yeah, that's how you calculate it. Well, I hope you found this useful. And that's it.